Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to NE8 Basketball, where your Knights tonight have made the long trip to Kendallville to face the East Noble Knights. Your Norwell Knights trying to stay perfect in the new conference as they take on East Noble at home. This is Greg Van Meter along with Noah Tobias and Derek Decker, and we've got with us tonight the always loud East Noble pep band.
Yeah, there's a ton of them out there. I mean, Norwell, they're big, but these guys are especially loud.
Yeah, they are. Well, they're raised up a little bit, which increases the volume.
Well, and also they've usually, in past years, they've been over here behind the basket, but I guess they got moved over, and the student section got swapped as well.
Yeah, they sure did. But we're looking forward to a real good game tonight. East Noble, of course, Norwell undefeated in the conference. East Noble with try to figure it out here real quick. Well, they're under 500, looks like. 1-3. Norwell 4-0 to this point. Norwell on a roll. They've won 5 in a row. They now have an overall record of 9-8. They were able to pull out another overtime victory at Wayne on Wednesday night. And I know, Derek, you were there. Sounded like a barn burner.
Yeah, it sure was. The last 3 in a row for the Norwell Knights have come down to the wire. They had a overtime win against Heritage. They had a game that was a 3-point victory over New Haven at home, and then a road win, which is a pretty good win at Wayne. The Knights really rolling right now as they've won their last 5.
Yeah, the Knights have been a team of streaks this year as they lost their first 4 out of the gate. Then they went on a 4-game winning streak, lost 4 more in a row, and now they've won 5. And I'll tell you what, I give Coach Hawkins all the credit in the world. This team struggled early on, and Coach Hawkins really has them playing well right now.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, going into this season, I'm sure most of us were thinking, without Pearson Harnish being the big guy down low, and then Austin Hayden, one of our top scorer last year, it was going to be a rough year, but Coach Hawkins really has stepped up the intensity for this Norwell team. Ian Kissel has been shooting well, and then also other players have chipped in like Cole Wilson, Bray Wilson, and then coming off the bench, Riley Stauffer has really improved since last year. So it's really been a pretty good season.
It really has so far. For this team to be over 500 is really quite an accomplishment, and still in the hunt for the conference championship. Now, they do have some work yet to do, as after this East Noble game, they'll have Columbia City coming in to the Castle. That's next Thursday night on February 4th. And then they will wrap up the conference schedule at Huntington North. It'd be 2 weeks from
today. 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today, yep, that's right, February 12th. And that's at Huntington. Huntington also a solid team. Columbia City's the one that Coach really has to look out for, as they're going to have some very difficult matchups for the Knights from the standpoint that they've got a couple of guys in the Hazen brothers, very tall, very long, and very tough to game plan for.
Yeah, most definitely. I was watching Columbia City play at the Huntington North shootout a few weeks back, and they looked very solid. Now, the one part of their game where they were struggling at was the guards. They really don't have one solid guard on that team. They're good ball handlers, but really they're not a big threat to shoot. So defense is really going to have to be put on the Hazen brothers for that ball game.
Tonight, East Noble, just like Norwell, short in stature. They do have Chris Weber at 6'5". Outside of that, they don't have a player listed at over 6'1". Now that being said, of course, the Knights have 3 players listed at 6'3", and most of those 6'3" listings are pretty generous. So from a size standpoint, the Knights will be right with them. And what's interesting to me is when you look at the overall records and the teams they played and so forth, they've only played 2 teams as common opponents. East Noble with an 8-5 record. Norwell 2-0 against common foes. East Noble 1-1. And of course, those both in conference. Norwell beat Leo, and in a barn burner of a game, Norwell had a big lead in that one and was able to hang on. East Noble lost at Leo by 7. Of course, the other common opponent was DeKalb. East Noble snuck by them 47-46, whereas Norwell handled them, I think, easier than what any of us thought they would. That game was 53-50. It was close, but it was close at the end. As I recall, Norwell had a lead in that one that hovered not in double digits, but more than the 3 points that it ended up, as I recall.
Right, that's right. And also a word of note as some news in the Norwell family today, as Coach Jeff Miller steps down on the football side of things, soon to be replaced by someone else. A new coach has not been named to this point.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I'll miss Jeff. Of course, Jeff's a good friend of mine. I grew up with him. But as I've told a couple of people, that he won some games he shouldn't have, and he lost some games he shouldn't have. But the reality is that win, lose, disappointed, frustrated, he always was accountable. He always showed up. And from my perspective, Jeff's a class act, and I wish him the absolute best. I think obviously he'll have some free time now as the life of a head football coach at the high school level takes up an inordinate amount of time, and we certainly wish him well.
Yeah, most definitely. Coach Miller has been he's very friendly at school. Whenever he sees me, he says hi to me, and I always appreciate that because he's one of our tech people at Norwell. So he doesn't really get a lot of interaction with us, but when he does, he tries to take advantage of it. And I always like teachers and staff members that do that. But it's awesome. Like, even after a huge loss, he will come up and talk to us. And really, that's a really great thing in a coach.
Yeah, it really is. And, people forget what a great player he was. I mean, he's still got records at Indiana State. And, of course, when he played at Norwell in high school, took him to a regional final, as I recall, against Northwood. That was a tough loss, actually. I remember that game. But he was a great player. So, again, we wish him well. We're going to take a quick break here and be back with the rest of the pregame festivities after these words from our sponsors.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
Yeah, we want to thank New Holland Tri-County for their continued sponsorship. Of course, they do sponsor our player of the game that we'll get to in the post-game show. You'll notice that everybody tonight is in pink here at East Noble. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Night, the traditional night for that event between these two teams. They've done it every year for as long as I can remember. The cheerleaders in pink, of course, both teams in pink warm-up shirts, the coaching staff in pink shirts as well. I do want to mention one other shout-out. Clay Daffern's grandfather passed away
That's
earlier
right, yep.
this week. Saw him earlier today, and of course he's not here this evening. I believe the service is tomorrow. We just want to send our prayers and good wishes out to the family. Bob went peacefully, and just a wonderful, wonderful guy.
Boy, and in addition to that, his 8th grade team had a heck of a battle.
You're talking about Clay's 8th grade team, yeah.
Yeah, they had a heck of a battle as they lost 28-24 to Maple Creek on, what was that, Tuesday?
So I think all the middle school
It was last
teams
night.
are done,
It was last night.
Are all the middle school teams done now?
The girls.
Championships are Monday and Tuesday.
7th grade?
Oh, yeah. 7th grade girls are still in it. They'll play up Maple Creek on Monday.
Yeah. All right, we'll let you join us now and the East Noble Pep Band for our national anthem. An excellent job for the national anthem by the East Noble Pep Band. We will join the local public address announcer now for your starting lineups. Well, that was hard to understand. Once again, those starters for the Norwell Knights, the visitors on the scoreboard. It's number 10, Cody Shively, number 12, Ian Kissel, number 20, Cole Wilson, number 30, Colt Rinkenberger, and number 32 for Bray Wilson. Your head coach, Randy Hawkins, now in his 7th year at Norwell with 119 wins against 49 losses. For the East Noble Knights, the home team on the scoreboard, it's number 10, Brandon Nichols, number 14, Brandon Robinson, number 22, Run Crump, number 23, Quincy Washington, and number 50, Chris Weber. For head coach Chad Kripe, and he's in his 3rd year at East Noble with an overall record of 14-47. The tip-off is stolen by Cody Shively. Good job by Cody there to take that opening tip, but on the turnover, Rinkenberger just could not hang on to it. East Noble will try to put the first points on the board. Norwell on a man-to-man here to start things. I really like this gym. A little bit old school. They've got the big scoreboard with numbers, points, and fouls on it. Weber inside. A tough basket over Colton Rinkenberger. And East Noble takes the early lead. I will call Colt Drew throughout the course of this season regardless.
You know, you haven't done it recently, and I've
I
really
haven't.
been surprised.
Yeah. As Cody Shively with a long three from the top of the key. Quick trigger there by Cody. The Knights answer.
And like Mackenzie Sawyer on our girls team, Cody is just a quick three-point shooter. If he gets it and if he catches it and shoots it, he's got it.
Nice move inside by Ren Crump. The rebound batted around, and that second shot was missed by Brandon Robinson. The Knights pushing a little bit as East Noble also in a man-to-man to start things here. It's Cole Wilson on the wing. The Knights in a motion-type offense, setting some picks at the top of the key. That was Bray Wilson from the elbow. Cole Wilson right there to gather up the loose ball. Couldn't get it to go. And the rebound must have been off of Wilson's foot.
I think he threw it off his leg.
Yeah. I'm going to turn you up a little bit, Derek. There we go. 6:13 left here in the first quarter. Crump handling it up top. That's 22 with the ball. In the corner. Oh, boy, he is quick, isn't he? Couldn't get the shot to go down. That's number 23, Quincy Washington. He's gotten a couple of shots already. He's guarding Ian Kissel.
I think that's a good matchup for the East Noble Knights.
It is. He's very quick. Of course, Ian a threat to score all over as he launches a long three. That was a little outside of Ian's comfort zone. And it'll be East Noble's basketball on the possession arrow.
Nice job of Colt Rinkenberger getting in there to tie it up after he got rooted out on the rebound.
Yep.
Yeah, Weber just really pushed him out, and it's beginning to be very physical down under very early in this game.
It's always physical up here at East Noble. Boy, they just really bang away. And I guess the officials think, hey, we drove too far to blow the whistles very much. Quincy Washington on the drive. Tries to get inside again, misses again. It's off of Bray Wilson. It'll remain the Knights of East Noble's basketball. Well, wearing their dark blue away jerseys tonight. They don't have the breast cancer awareness uniforms like the girls do. I love those uniforms.
That would be a sight to see.
Boys in all pink.
Boys in all pink.
It would be something. Washington, who's already gotten 3 shots up and hadn't hit any of them. East Noble being very patient here as the clock ticks under 5 minutes. Washington attacking the rim again. Good defense by the Knights. Cole Wilson on the block. It'll remain East Noble's ball. Washington, a senior, and boy, he really works hard in there. 0 for 4 already, though, from the field.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Quincy Washington, he is so quick and so fast. I mean, he just drove right around Norwell defenders very easily.
Good help defense, though, kept him from scoring on every occasion so far. He's listed at 5'6", so he gets in there amongst the trees. It makes it a little difficult. Brandon Nichols gets his first touch. There goes Washington. And a foul, no traveling's going to be called on Washington. As Quentin Middleton will check into the ball game for Norwell, replacing Cole Wilson. For East Noble, Chase Klinker enters and replaces Washington. Washington's probably worn out already. Almost 4 minutes into this ball game. Neither team able to get up many points at this point. They've both been pretty patient. There's Kissel for 3. Good. Ian Kissel had time. A good pick set on the left side by Quentin Middleton. Freed up Kissel. The Knights up by 4 early here.
Still, both teams have no fouls to this point.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a lot of fouls called unless it gets ridiculous. That's Crump with the basketball in the lane, little half hook. Nice shot by Ren Crump. Makes it 6-4. Kissel being hounded by Chase Klinker. And I'll tell you what, I like offensively for our Knights the fact that Quincy Washington's out of the basketball game.
Yeah, it definitely takes something away from the East Noble Knights' offensive side, but also on the defensive side because of Ian Kissel.
Right, as Klinker's guarding Kissel. There's a long three by Middleton that I don't think hit anything. The offensive rebound by Rinkenberger, though. That was Shively on the miss. So Cody early on here, 1 for 2 from beyond the arc. Colt Rinkenberger really working hard underneath. He's tasked with guarding the 6'5" Chris Weber. Not the Chris Weber that went to the University of Michigan. Right? He didn't have any high school eligibility left.
I would hope not.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. He played in the NBA for quite a while. What a great 30 for 30 that is, though.
Oh, my gosh.
That's 5.
Is it ever?
Oh, man. Those guys revolutionized the game. They really did. By the way, on that miss, there's a guy with the sleeve on. Number 10, Brandon Nichols. And now East Noble's gone to what appears to be a 2-3 zone. Kissel gets free for another three. That one long, and Colt Rinkenberger is going to draw the first foul of this basketball game. Not a lot of contact there, but Ren Crump did have position.
He did have position, and it looked like, and he did go over the back. There just wasn't a lot of contact. Yep.
Andrew McCormick enters for East Noble. He's a 6-foot sophomore, and Quincy Washington checks back in as well. Chris Weber takes a seat. So Coach Kripe going with a small lineup here. 5'6" to 6'1".
And then Riley Stauffer comes in for the Norwell Knights, replacing Colt Rinkenberger.
Stauffer, number 25. And a long three there by Andrew McCormick coming off the bench. Knights from East Noble retake the lead. Yeah, he came off the bench hot.
And that's really what you got to do. To show the coach that you want to come in, you got to take smart shots, but the other half is you have to make those shots, and he did just that.
He did, and it looks like East Noble's gone back to that. They're sagging man-to-man. That is not a zone.
I think part of that is because Washington is back in to get Ian Kissel.
Right. Kissel with the basketball on the left side. 1:16 left in this first quarter. Shively launches another three. This one's in and out. Good rebound by Robinson. And Ren Crump will head the other way.
That ball was halfway down into the rim.
Norwell back in the man-to-man. Interestingly, Middleton's guarding Washington. Crump on the jumper block. Nice block by Riley Stauffer. But the ball was thrown away. Norwell fortunate to get it back there. Kissel will pull it out to Shively. Stauffer thought about the three. He's not put up a shot yet. He's done pretty well from beyond the arc so far this year. He's been I would say, a pleasant surprise for Coach Hawkins to this point.
I think at one point he had 15 points in one of their past games.
Nice pass underneath. Stauffer to Middleton. The East Noble crowd wanted the block, but it's going to be a two-shot foul called. I think it's going to go on Robinson.
Yep, you are correct.
That's East Noble's first foul. Just two fouls called here in the first quarter, and there's only 20.4 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, very low-scoring game. And I think that's really going to be the entire game. It's going to be very low-scoring.
Yeah, this East Noble team has had a variety of scoring range this year. They started out in their opener scoring 96, and then a couple weeks later scored just 38 in a loss. It's worth noting that when their offense is moving, they're winning a lot of games.
They're averaging 65 points a game, which is not a horrible average. and at the high school level.
Now, Norwell, I believe, averages 59.
Norwell back up by 1. 15 seconds on the clock, and East Noble will attempt to take the last shot of this first quarter as Crump directing traffic.
5
now,
seconds.
Washington with 4. Oh, long three by Crump. Nothing but net. And that'll end the first quarter. Ren Crump, you could tell he was a little bit out of his comfort range. That ball didn't rotate at all, but it found nothing but net. And East Noble, the early leader here at home. We'll take a break, hear from a couple sponsors, and be right back.
We listen.
And we help.
Behavioral health at Adams Memorial Hospital. Supportive so you're healthy in every way. We react.
And we heal.
Emergency services at Adams Memorial Hospital. Responsive so you're healthy in every way.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Welcome back to East Noble. The Norwell Knights trail by a pair on the strength of Ren Crump's three-pointer. Getting junk spam on a Friday night. How about that? They want me to advertise their wireless company on my car. That'd probably be a good thing for them, though, considering I drive about 30,000 miles a year. Norwell with the basketball to start this second quarter. Just one change of possession in the first, and interestingly, they've gone to a zone again now. Cody Shively with a step-back three, well short. It'll be East Noble's basketball. Cody's struggling a little bit from beyond the arc here early on.
Yeah, so far he's only hit one three-point attempt. I believe he's 1 of 3.
Actually, I think he's 1 of 4.
You are correct.
As Washington with the basketball out top. I'm surprised to see East Noble go to that zone. But so far, it's working for him as Ren Crump, suddenly hot, gives East Noble a 4-point lead. Now Washington's guarding Kissel. Looks like after a made basket, they're going man-to-man. Kissel with a tough jumper. And coming out of there is Crump with the basketball. Washington will take it to the hole and score. And Coach Hawkins doesn't like what he sees right now with 6:43 left in the half. He'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll take it along with him and be right back after these words from Adam Woodcrest.
Live life to the fullest at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments. Make new friends and take part in educational, inspirational, and just plain fun activities. Enjoy the best in maintenance-free independent living. Enjoy life at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments in Decatur.
I tell you, I got to give this East Noble Pep Band a ton of credit. Their playlist is huge.
It is.
They played Shake It Off by Taylor Swift, pregame. Now they're playing Thriller. You just don't hear that kind of variety very often. Well, Norwell, really, they forced a few shots, but not horribly. They're just not making shots right now. But this team can heat up in a hurry. As East Noble chasing in their man-to-man. We tick under 6.5 minutes here in the quarter. Stauffer with the pick and roll. That didn't work, and Bray Wilson will reset. Kissel is, East Noble gotten out of that man-to-man. They've gone to zone, and Kissel misses another three. That's the danger, though, is Cody Shively able to haul down an offensive rebound, and Bray Wilson makes him pay for that zone defense. By the way, Cole Wilson back on the floor for the Knights. He started the quarter. All the starters back out there for Norwell. Kissel now guarding Washington. Not following him very far, though. I don't think they think he's much of an outside shooting threat, and he's obviously not. Great block by Kissel. Will remain East Noble's basketball. Colt Rinkenberger will check back in, replacing Riley Stauffer. Stauffer actually stayed out there through the quarter break. East Noble by 4 here early in the second. Oh boy, quick shot by Ren Crump, and he is feeling it. He's hit his last 3 shots and scored East Noble's last 8 points. Kissel thought about the 3, had it for a second. Decided better of it is he's not putting it through the basket right now either.
Yeah, Kissel only has 3 points. He's also 1 for 4 from the 3-point line.
Ray Wilson looking for help, finds Shively. Colt Rinkenberger's, I think, the only Knight that hadn't gotten a shot up yet. Although Wilson's only put up maybe 1. And boy, he played a great game against New Haven the other night. Norwell having a tough time penetrating this East Noble defense right now, as they've gone back to their zone, and there's Bray Wilson for 3. That's a big shot for the Knights. It breaks a scoring drought for Norwell.
Yeah, it just looks like Norwell is very confused about this 3-2 zone.
Yep. Well, it's kind of morphing. It looked like a 2-3 zone on that particular set, but on the set before, it looked like a 3-2. I think it's just the height of that wing guy, how far he's getting up on the set. As East Noble being very patient. Their big man Chris Weber back in there, but he's not touched the basketball yet in this quarter. Crump has done all the damage. Crump gives it up. He's a senior, listed at 5'11". They're trying to post up Weber on that low post as Crump gets free and buries another shot. Ren Crump, after missing his first couple, is on fire. He's hit his last 4. 10 points now, I believe. Kissel launches another 3. That's in and out. And Norwell did not even attempt to crash the boards on that shot.
Crump actually has 12 points to this point.
Yeah, okay.
12 of 19. 12 of East Noble's 19 points.
Yeah, he is really lighting it up. Coming into the season, he averaged 18 points a game last year, so you expect him to score some points. He's certainly holding up his end of the bargain tonight. On the curl, East Noble with another basket. They've jumped out to an 8-point lead here. Whose basket was that, Noah?
That was number 10, Brandon Nichols.
It's another timeout for the Knights. It's a full timeout. We'll take it along with Coach and be right back after these words from Paschetti.
What do you guys want to eat for supper tonight?
I want Paschetti.
I want Paschetti.
Paschetti's Italian restaurant, where yes, you can get spaghetti and so much more. Subs, sandwiches, burgers, calzones, pizzas, salads, and a whole menu full of Italian cuisine and desserts. Paschetti's restaurant is conveniently located at 229 West Market Street in Bluffton, and they're open for lunch 11 to 4, 7 days a week.
Fine, we'll go to Paschetti's, but I want some garlic knots.
Paschetti's, open Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sundays 11 to 8 p.m. Paschetti's Italian Restaurant, 229 West Market Street in Bluffton.
Well, Coach Hawkins has already had to burn 2 timeouts here in the first half, and we've still got 2:46 to go.
Yeah, the reality is at this point, Norwell, the East Noble rims are not being kind.
Yeah, they're just
Norwell.
not hitting shots. They have forced a couple, but most of the looks have been pretty open. Kissel into the lane, forces it up, can't get it to go, but foul's going to be called. I think Ian was a little fortunate on that play. We'll see who the foul's on. Looks like it'll go on number 12.
It can't be on number 12.
No, it had to be on
Crump or McCormick.
14. As Kissel very steady at the free throw line. Brandon Robinson. Let's see who they've got on the board.
Oh, okay.
Kissel.
I didn't see Robinson come in.
Kissel led Norwell with 21 points at Wayne and did not miss a free throw on the evening and hit, I believe, 6 for 6 in overtime.
He has been outstanding at the free throw line. Of course, he set a new Norwell record earlier this season, hit 19 of 19 in a game. And that foul was on Brandon Robinson, his second. On the drive, Crump forces it up. And boy, good strength there by Bray Wilson to tear that basketball away from Robinson. Kissel the other way. And now Bray will set things up for the Knights. East Noble appears to be back in a man-to-man at this point. Kissel leans in and travels. East Noble will get the basketball back with 1:54 left on the clock.
Very low-scoring affair. Both teams being very patient.
Yep. Ren Crump has been the star to this point. 12 of East Noble's 21 points. As Washington over here in the corner waving his arms. Not really too involved in the offense. That three no good. And the offensive rebound corralled by, is that 22?
32 McCormick.
Andrew McCormick calling it down. Unless they're close, it's tough for me to tell the 32 from the 22.
East Noble maybe content to try to hold for the last shot here.
Well, they've got a 6-point lead. Norwell not coming out to guard him at this point as we get to enjoy watching Quincy Washington hold the basketball. This is why high school needs a shot clock, in my humble opinion. Even if it's a 45-second shot clock, they need something. Under a minute to go here at 48 seconds. Washington working on Kissel, blows by him, and not able to hold the pass is Brandon Robinson. Turnover on East Noble.
Could be a big turn of events here if Norwell can turn it into points.
Absolutely. Although you got to believe, even if they score, East Noble's going to hold the basketball for one shot again. Although Norwell may hold it for one shot here with 32 clicks on the clock. Shively looking inside. Nice kick out to Kissel for three. No good again. And with 18 seconds, East Noble has plenty of time to build on their 6-point lead. Now 11 seconds. Crump. I don't think he's going to give up the basketball, being guarded by Cole Wilson. Oh, Crump forces a three and hits it. Boy, Red Crump putting on a show here in the first half. 15 points. We'll talk about his stats and many, many more after these words from our sponsors.
You can depend on us for checking accounts that fit your needs. We have free checking with no strings attached. Absolutely free checking with a free Visa debit card, free online banking, even mobile banking. Stop by or call any First Bank of Bern office. We'll help you find a checking account that is perfect for you. First Bank of Bern, employee-owned and conveniently located. Visit us online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
Welcome back to East Noble, and in a slight surprise maybe, East Noble leading the Knights 24-15, along with Noah Tobias and Derek Decker. This is Greg Van Meter. East Noble was predicted to win this by 2, 63-61, but I highly doubt they're going to get there. I can't see this game getting into the 60s after scoring just 39 points in the first half. Ren Crump has been dominant, and it's not like he's wide open. I mean, he's having to create his shot, and he's hitting it from all over the floor. He's put up 15 points in the first half, and he's looked very, very good.
Really, him and the entire East Noble team have looked pretty good. I like their game plan to get it down to number 50, Chris Weber. He's just overpowering Colt Rinkerberger right now. I'm also liking how I saw earlier how Quentin Middleton was kind of doubling down on Andrew McCormick there late in the second quarter. Just a little extra help for Riley while he was in there, but I think they need to keep doing that just to help Colt and Riley out there in this second half.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Hawkins coming out in the second half, I'm thinking about trapping a little bit. The danger in that is Ren Crump being able to find some seams, but I would at least try it just to maybe try to create a couple of turnovers, and then they're going to have to find somebody to guard Ren Crump.
Yeah, and then also, if you're trapping Quincy Washington, he's just so quick, and he will definitely find those seams. But really, he hasn't made very many layups to this point. So, I mean, he's missing the little bunnies.
I don't think he's made one, has he?
Let's see. Quincy
Well,
Washington,
he did. He made one.
Yeah, he made one.
Yeah. Well, why don't you go ahead and go through the stats, Noah, and we'll break them down.
Alrighty. First for the visitors on the scoreboard, your Norwell Knights. Number 10, Cody Shively, has 3 points. He just scored that in the first quarter. Number 12, Ian Kissel, has 5 points. He is 1 of 7 to this point. Number 23, Quentin Middleton, with 2 points, but both of those coming from the free throw line. And then number 32, Bray Wilson, 5 points. He's 2 for 3 from the field tonight. The Norwell Knights, as a team, are 4 of 16 from the field, which is 25%.
Say that number again.
They're 4 of 16 from the field, which is 25%. They're 1 of 4 for 2-point field goals. They're 3 of 12 for 3-point field goals, both at 25%. But the Knights are 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Both Ian Kissel and Quentin Middleton are 2 of 2 from the line. Non-scoring for the Norwell Knights. They have 3 assists total. They also have 7 rebounds total, 2 steals, 2 blocks. One of those from Ian Kissel and another one from Cole Wilson. And then they also have 3 turnovers. So 3 turnovers really isn't that bad in just a half of basketball. It means that you're protecting the basketball, you're handling it well. It's just you can't get the ball to go inside the hoop. That is Norwell's biggest problem right now.
Yeah. Well, it's not like East Noble's putting any pressure on him defensively, so they really haven't had much opportunity to turn it over. But boy, Norwell's just got to start hitting shots.
Yep. So really, when you can't hit, you got to find just other ways to win. That's really what this Norwell team has to do. Let's take a look at East Noble stats. Number 10 for the East Noble Knights, Brandon Nichols, has 2 points. Number 22, Ren Crump, has 15 points. He is 6 of 7 from the field tonight. And number 23, Quincy Washington, as we mentioned earlier, only has 1 bucket. He's 1 of 6, and I believe all of those are layups. And then number 32, Andrew McCormick, has 3 points. And number 50, Chris Weber, has 2 points. The East Noble Knights are 10 of 19 from the field, which is 52%. They're 6 of 13 from the two-point field, which is 46%. And then from the three-point line, they are 4 of 6, which is 66%. At this point in the game, East Noble has not taken any free throws. Non-scoring for these Knights, they have 6 assists total, 2 of them coming from number 4, Chase Clinker. And then they have 10 rebounds total to Norwell 7. They have 1 steal, and that steal came from number 22, Ren Crump. They have only 2 fouls to this point, and both of those are on number 14, Brandon Robinson. And then they have 4 turnovers total, and 3 of those 4 turnovers have come from number 23, Quincy Washington.
And I'll tell you that there's an interesting subtext there in that if I'm Norwell, I'm really ramping up my defensive intensity. They've only called 4 fouls to this point?
Yeah, well, that was on East Noble, but Norwell got called for 3 fouls.
Okay, so 5.
Yeah, Cole Wilson has 2 fouls, and Ian Kissel only has 1. But I'm sorry, I was looking at turnovers. Colt Rinkenberger has only 1 foul. I'm sorry. So they have 5 fouls to this point that they have called. So, yeah, Greg, I agree with you. Just be more aggressive because the refs aren't calling anything at this point.
Yeah, I'd make them call them. Play to the level that the refs will let you play, Derek.
Yeah, I like the way the officials are handling this basketball game.
Yeah.
It's not overly physical. It's physical enough that it's definitely like a conference game, but you can't call touch fouls in a conference game, and you know you're not going to get them here at East Noble. But we talked about it a little bit. Norwell's just got to find a way. If they can't put the ball in the basket, you got to get a lot of defensive stops.
Yeah, well, I got to believe they're going to shoot a higher percentage in the second half than 25%. I mean, they've had some good looks. It's not like East Noble's defense is really pressuring them to this point.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, we've got a couple of minutes left before the start of the second half. Norwell already out of the locker room as they came down the steps on the opposite end. Very unusual setup here for the visiting team locker room. It's actually upstairs on the second level. We'll take a break here from a couple of sponsors and be back with the second half after these words.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Welcome back to East Noble. The first 3 minutes of this second half are just going to be critical for Norwell as they need to prove to themselves that they can hit shots.
Yeah, most definitely. Norwell, like we were saying earlier in the halftime show, they're getting great shots. I mean, they really are, and most of them, they're going halfway down into the rim, and they're just popping right back out. Hopefully, them going to the other end of the gym will maybe help something.
Give them a little different view. The starters for the Knights are on the floor, as are those for East Noble. For Norwell, it's actually, that is incorrect. Quentin Middleton's out there for Cole Wilson. Otherwise, it's Cody Shively, Bray Wilson, Ian Kissel, and Colt Rinkenberger. Norwell's going to their trap right off the get-go here in the second half. East Noble with the basketball. That's Ren Crump, who lit up the Knights in the first half. Washington, he'll penetrate at will. Norwell doesn't have anybody that can stay in front of him. But if they can get out on shooters Washington is not going to shoot. East Noble being very patient to this point. And they're not even looking inside. There goes Washington on the kick to Crump. And that three well short, but Weber with the offensive rebound, and that's the danger of the zone as Weber able to corral an easy offensive rebound. Foul, I think, is going to be on Kissel.
Yeah, he's playing the bottom man on that 1-3-1 zone, and I believe he's maybe going to pick up a couple fouls here because of Chris Weber just trying to block that ball out of his hands.
That's the first foul on Ian, first foul here in the second half. East Noble now stretches their lead to double digits as who is that just came in? Is that 12?
Andrew McCormick is coming in
it's
for
32.
the East Noble Knights, and he came in for Robinson.
That 32 looks like that 3 looks like a 1 from here.
Washington.
Good play by Quincy Washington. Quentin Middleton didn't realize he was behind him. Just reached around and tied him up. It'll remain Norwell's ball, but it's another turn of the possession arrow. The Knights really need a score on this possession. Shively being guarded by Nichols. And East Noble doing a great job on defense so far tonight. Kissel gets the shot up, couldn't get it to go. Rinkenberger, nice touch. Boy, Colt Rinkenberger did a great job of getting that back up on the rim. A little bit of a break there for the Knights as it kind of sat on the front of that rim before it fell. Washington. Oh, long pass, long shot, no good. But again, Chris Weber there for the offensive rebound. He's going to be fouled again.
Nobody blocked out.
It's tough to block out in that 1-3-1. It was Andrew McCormick that pulled down, or that shot the 3 ball from the corner. The foul was called on Colt Rinkenberger, his second, team's second. Weber was 1 for 2 on his last trip, and if I recall correctly, Noah, East Noble did not shoot a free throw in the first half.
No, they didn't, and now Chris Weber, he's taken 3 to this point, but soon to be a 4th.
Yeah, Coach Hawkins he just about has to gamble with that trap right now. And again,
my goodness.
Boy, good and a great steal there by Ian Kissel as McCormick had actually come down with the rebound. There's Bray Wilson for 3. I don't know that hit anything. It did, it barely grazed the rim. And that's going to be a foul on East Noble. McCormick reaching in on the floor, so the Knights will have it underneath. As McCormick takes the seat and is replaced by Brandon Robbins. Actually, Weber takes the seat.
That was Weber, and he got the foul.
Okay. I don't know why he was out so far on the floor. Well, right now, actually, East Noble's gone to a man-to-man. Norwell running a curl off the top of that elbow. I like that offense. It's a good set. East Noble, though, doing a good job on the switches right now. Cody Shively with a quick 3. Good. That's a big shot for Cody, as it's been a while since he was able to find the bottom of the net.
Yeah, Cody now has 6 points. Both of those shots that he's taken that he's made have been 3-pointed.
The kick into the corner, and no good, but again, another offensive rebound, this time by Robinson, and a travel on Ren Crump. They'll turn it over to the Knights.
And once again, Norwell trying to get back into this when they can cut it to 1 possession with a 3 ball on this possession.
5:17 left here in the third. East Noble's lead was as big as 10 just moments ago. As they've gone to that man-to-man, and Norwell's taken advantage of it a couple of times. There's Shively again for 3. No good on this one as McCormick hauls in the rebound.
East Noble gobbling up all the rebounds.
Yes, they are, boy. They, on both ends. I mean, gotten several offensive rebounds here early. That's McCormick in the corner, and he buries it. Boy, he was wide open down there on the left side. Shively launches another three and hits this one. Ray Wilson with the assist. 4:30 to go in the quarter. Norwell staying in that 1-3-1 trap.
East Noble now has 15 rebounds, so they've gotten 5 in this half already. That's going to be a foul on Cody Shively, his first, team's third.
Norwell starting to pile up the fouls a little bit here in the second half.
I think because of the zone, they're trying to be more aggressive. I think they were actually trying to take our advice from halftime to be more aggressive.
Yeah, there's a nice steal by Shively. He'll head the other way. 4-on-2 break, and Quentin Middleton travels. Well, he just didn't get the ball on the floor quickly enough.
It's a big turnover.
Yeah, it is. The Knights creating offense out of their defense that time and could not capitalize.
And Coach Kripe for the East Noble Knights was talking to the ref about how he should be calling it from both sides, that traveling call.
Oh, nice pass underneath. Washington with the assist to Robinson. Just like that, East Noble's lead back up to 8. Kissel for 3, no good. And a good steal there by Colt Rankenberger. Took it right out of McCormick's hands. Now Bray Wilson for 3. Can't get it to go.
Oh.
Brandon Nichols gave a little shot to Andrew McCormick on the rebound. I don't think he realized he was there. That'll remain East Noble's basketball with 3:22 left. Levi Leidig, the freshman, called on here to maybe change the way things are going for the Knights. Quentin Middleton takes a seat.
You know what? He put on quite a performance. I believe it was against New Haven, correct?
Yeah, he did.
And, I mean, really, nobody expected Levi Leidig to come off the bench, but he came off, and he did a spectacular job.
Had a couple of rebounds and assist and a layup.
Goodness.
As Norwell picks up their 14th foul.
Yeah, Leidig not on the scouting report.
No.
And if you can come in and produce quality minutes, you're giving your team a really, really good benefit.
Cody Shively called for that one. That's his second. Team's fourth here. 3 minutes left in the quarter. From the corner, is that McCormick or is that?
That was Robinson.
Robinson in the corner.
Big shot as that extends the lead to double digits.
Biggest lead of the ball game right now for East Noble at 11. And thrown away by Bray Wilson as he was expecting Leidig to head for the corner. Leidig running the baseline.
Yeah, this game beginning to get away from Norwell a little bit, and they can ill afford to allow more points as the way this game's being set up, it's a very slow, deliberate pace. An 11-point lead is a lot to overcome in the fourth quarter.
Chris Weber back on the floor for East Noble. Washington forces it in, can't get it to go. Weber with 2 offensive rebounds and finishes it with the left hand. Weber just killing Norwell on the boards. He's got at least 4 off of free throws and offensive rebounds here in the second half.
Yeah, he has 6 points total.
Leidig gets to the hole. Gets the layup to go and draws the foul. It'll go on McCormick. That's his second.
Not only a good move, but it stops the bleeding. And Leidig can cut the lead back to 10.
Riley Stauffer back on the floor for the Knights, replacing Rankenberger. Also for East Noble, Brandon Robinson back in there. Leidig trying to convert the three-point play and cannot. Crumple head the other way for East Noble. He has not yet scored in this half after putting up 15 in the first half. 2 minutes to go here in the third. Leidig trying to stay with Washington, doing a good job right now. And Washington will bring it all the way back out and reset. East Noble really spreading the floor. And Levi doing a good job of staying in front of Washington there.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed every time Levi steps out on the floor.
Nice play by Ren Crump. He finds Robinson underneath.
That was a pretty good defensive possession until the end.
Yeah.
As it just broke down.
The help side defense came over a little too quick, and Kissel travels.
Well,
go ahead.
Last year, we saw up here a girls' game that the Norwell just absolutely got it handed to them.
Yep.
And in a game where a good team couldn't find the basket.
Crump and Washington up top as they have really spread the floor.
Nice crossover.
Yep. That was Robinson again. Washington with the assist again, and Norwell trails by 15. Leidig forces it in and draws the foul again. What? Leidig has no fear.
McCormick just picked up his third foul. And that's going to be team's fourth.
Norwell with 14. Actually, I think they've got on the board it's 3.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
I think you're right, though, Noah. As Leidig able to hit this free throw.
Leidig did not miss from the free throw line in the JV game.
Of course, the JV lost to East Noble 42-31. We never did get a freshman score. Levi now 1 for 3 from the line. Crump the other way. Trying to draw the foul on Kissel. And a nice move, but Kissel with good defense. However, again, on the offensive rebound, Brandon Robinson, and boy, Norwell just getting destroyed on the backboards. And now they're starting to force some shots.
They really
by 16.
They really need the quarter break right now.
25 seconds left in this one.
They're struggling big time.
Leidig trying to stay with Washington. Washington with a good move. He scores his second basket of the game, and it's an 18-point lead for East Noble. 10 seconds left. That's going to be a touch foul on Quincy Washington. His first. He'll be replaced by Chase Clinker. Senior for senior on that move. Chris Weber's going to check back in, replacing Andrew McCormick. McCormick, just a sophomore, but he's played well so far here tonight.
Yeah, East Noble, they only have 4 seniors on this team.
And we're going to have a reset here. 6.3 on the clock.
Yeah, no, the clock started late.
Okay, they put 8.6 back on.
What happened is he started it too early and then stopped it.
Gotcha. Kissel, 5 seconds up top, launches a long 3 and hits it. That's a big shot for Ian Kissel to end the quarter. Hopefully the Knights can take a little bit of momentum into the fourth. They trail here at East Noble by 15. We'll take a break and be back after these words from Heidi Motors.
Hi, this is Brent Heidi of Heidi Chrysler in Bluffton. The good old days of shopping for a car. No high-pressure sales, people who knew your name, an owner on the premise who cared. You can still experience that at Heidi Chrysler. Instead of free hot dogs and gimmicky sales, you will find friendly, hassle-free salespeople who will help you define the right Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram vehicle that fits your budget and lifestyle. Since 1975, we have been there for you after the sale with a service department that has consistently been awarded the 5-star award, the highest ranking Chrysler gives to its dealers. So if buying a car with no hassles and at the right price is more important to you than gimmicky sales and hot dogs, then stop by Heidi Chrysler today. You can find us on North Main Street in Bluffton, and when you do, you'll see that at Heidi Chrysler, our reputation means a great deal.
Welcome back to East Noble. Boy, and the Knights have some wood to chop here in the fourth quarter, Noah.
I'm telling you, it's really tough for Norwell right now just to get the basket in the ball in the basket. Right now they're shooting 33%, so it's a little bit of an improvement. But East Noble, on the other hand, they are shooting 55%.
Yep.
18 of 33. That is incredible going into the fourth quarter.
Well, for the most part here in the second half, they've shot nothing but layups as they've shredded Norwell's 1-3-1. Now the Knights have gone to a 1-2-2 They got a trap out of that. Lighted, Kissel, Stauffer, Shively, and Bray Wilson on the floor for the Knights. Again, nice find by Crump. And again, Brandon Robinson with the easy lay-in. There's a three by Stauffer, no good. As Crump pulls down the rebound. Boy, and East Noble has made it look easy so far tonight. In the corner for three. Is that McCormick?
That's Nichols.
And Nichols in the corner. Wow. And East Noble now up by 20. Kissel couldn't get it to go. That's going to be a foul on the Knights. And right now, everything going East Noble's way. I think Kissel picked up that foul. It's his second.
Right. The last time Norwell lost to East Noble was 2007.
I was going to say it was a long time ago. I can't remember.
Yeah, Randy Hawkins has never lost to East Noble.
Yeah. Well, the longer you coach, the more those things happen. As Norwell's extended their defense. And a timeout called by Coach Greit. Great defense by Levi Leidig out there. It is a full timeout taken by Coach. We'll take it along with him and be back after these words from our sponsors.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Welcome back to East Noble. The Knights of East Noble lead by 20. Last year when these two teams met, Norwell took the win at home by 26, 75-49. Over the last 30 years, Norwell leads the series 16-15. But as you said, Derek, in recent years, it's been all Norwell.
Yeah, the last time Norwell was in this gym, they won 60-21.
Wow. Ren Crump will direct things for East Noble. Norwell extending that 1-2-2 to three-quarters court, wide open in the corner is Nichols again. He hits again, and it's a 23-point lead for East Noble Knights as Bray Wilson answers it. Norwell's not going to be able to hesitate getting shots up. Cody shot. Wow, that could have been double dribble on Washington. Instead, it's McCormick from the corner. Norwell's just got to keep trying to get hands and faces as Bray Wilson launches another three. Ren Crump heads the other way. We might see some points scored yet in this one, fellas. In the corner, it's Nichols with the rush three. No good. Wilson will head the other way on the break. 2-on-3. He'll take it himself, get fouled, and score.
All of a sudden, it's down to 15, and Bray Wilson scored the last 8.
Well, Norwell had been very cautious offensively through the first 3+ quarters of this one. The halftime score, Norwell only had, 15 points at halftime.
Rump had as many as Norwell, and he has not scored here in the second half.
That foul was on Crump, I believe. 5 team fouls on both squads. Wilson not able to convert the three-point play. Crump's going to take it in, and not a very smart pass there as he's going to take it that deep. He should have just took the shot. Chris Weber actually had a tougher shot than did Crump. Bray Wilson on fire all of a sudden.
He's got 16 to this point.
3 consecutive threes.
Now they forced a touch foul called on Cole Wilson out top. But they're forcing East Noble to go really quick.
Yeah.
And
they don't want to play quick.
No, they don't want to play quick, and they don't need to because they had a 20+ point lead just moments ago, and now it's down to 12.
Cole Wilson's on the floor for the Knights. He came in. Did he come in? Oh, he came in for Kissel. Nice move there by Crump as he adds to his total.
Kissel is in the game. He came in for Levi Leidig.
Thank you.
Yep.
Kissel's 3, no good. Boy, Ian has really struggled tonight. Crump the other way. And now the Knights from East Noble will try to settle down a little bit. Foul's going to be called, I believe, on Cole Wilson. It's the Knights' 7th, and it'll put Washington to the line. I got to believe that's probably the guy you want on the line.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what the strategy is for Norwell here, because Cole, that looked pretty like a deliberate foul.
It did.
And he missed the 1-and-1.
Yeah, that's the guy I'd keep fouling. I'd almost start doing that right now. Put Washington on the line, try to score on the other end. As Wilson draws the foul on Klinker.
It's a 16 foul.
So one more on East Noble, and Norwell will be in the 1-and-1 as well.
Yeah, I have in my record 7 fouls, but I guess I must have.
Well, and possibly.
I'm not sure what that was.
Huh. A little dead ball whistle there. Wilson, who's hit his last 3 from beyond the arc, pulls up for another one. No good this time, and Weber pulls down a strong rebound for East Noble.
Yeah, Norwell utilized the foul early strategy in the fourth quarter.
Foul him right now.
There's the foul, as they utilized that strategy against Horizon Christian in the Huntington North tournament. Now, it didn't end up working, but they cut it all the way down to 3 points with 50 seconds left after being down by 14 plus in that game in the fourth quarter.
Well, the Knights trailed by as many as 23, I think, in this one, or was it 20?
Missed it again.
Washington has now missed the front end of 2 1-and-1s. Norwell still with one more foul to give before they get into the double bonus. Boy, that was a long 3 by Cody Shively.
Ooh.
And a foul's going to be called on Cole Wilson. That'll be his 3rd now, Noah?
Yeah, that's going to be Cole Wilson's 4th foul.
4th?
Yeah.
If that's on him. Yeah, it is.
Now the issue becomes you're going to have to start putting in subs to foul.
Yeah. Well, coach has got quite a few of them.
And good news is there hasn't been a lot of fouls called in this game. So
that is the 9th, though, for Norwell. So the next one will put them in the double bonus. You hate to see him foul anybody but Washington right now, as Weber able to knock down his first. Riley Stauffer will check in for Rinkenberger. Well, he hasn't been out there for a while. 4:17 left in this one.
They did leave Cole Wilson in, and he does have 4 fouls to this point.
Yeah, and I would guess if Washington gets the ball and Cole's near him, he'll foul out. Norwell quickly the other way. Kissel looking on for the backdoor cut. It's taken away from him by Washington. And Ren Crump will bring it the other way as Ian fouls Crump. I'm guessing that's not the guy you want to foul.
Double bonus now for East Noble.
If you're Norwell, you got to keep fouling until it gets up to about 20, and then you just play.
Yeah, Norwell, since a hot streak that was led mostly by Bray Wilson, they really cooled off again.
Crump can get that lead back up to 18 for the East Noble Knights.
Ian Kissel has 3 fouls.
Well, and East Noble kind of weathered the storm there. The Knights are going to have to really bury some shots. Wilson inside to Stauffer. Might have got away with the travel. And now Bray Wilson will put it up again. No good. Shively again for 3. That was Stauffer on the offensive rebound. And it'll be East Noble's basketball.
The shooting percentage from three-point line is going to be unbelievable.
In the first half, if you weren't with us, Norwell was 3 of 12 from beyond the arc in the first half. Middleton's going to check in for Cole Wilson.
Just 4 of 16 from the field as well.
Now Quentin Middleton, your designated fouler. If I'm East Noble, I don't let Washington touch the basketball. Keep it in Ren Crump's hands. is taken away. Kissel gets the roll. Fouled by Ren Crump. He'll go to the line for the potential three-point play.
Boy,
they just handed the ball to Ian Kissel.
Yeah, Kissel just took it right out of there and went on the break, got the points and the foul. And I think we might be seeing 60-some points after all.
Yeah.
Didn't think that was possible after the first half.
21-15 at halftime. East Noble's put up 37 here in the second half. Norwell is now up to 43. They've scored 28 as well. And right away, Quentin Middleton fouls Quincy Washington. Washington.
Has he made it from the line?
No, he's missed the front end of 2 1-1 so far. We'll see if he can get on the make trail here.
He's got
3:30 on the clock.
Just 4 points to his credit.
And he doesn't look comfortable, but he does make the first one. That is a hope that he's putting up there. That's not a shot.
No. Yeah, that's a prayer saying, please, please make this go in.
Kind of bent over.
He just kind of wills it in there.
He tries. That wasn't close. Kissel the other way. Riley Stauffer for 3. Almost banked it in. And Ren Crump will try to keep the ball in his hands. Barry Wilson trying not to foul Crump. Crump had a lane there, didn't take it. As Kissel almost came up with a steal, Middleton fouls Washington. Washington will go back to the line. Right now, he's 1 of 4, Noah.
Yep. You're correct.
But the first 2 were front ends.
That makes it a whole lot worse.
We'll try to increase East Noble's lead from 16. Made that one. Boy, you can tell he just does not want to be there as Cole Wilson checks back in for Riley Stauffer. It's not even much of a shot. He just kind of flips it up there. Oh. And he hits a pair.
He makes it. That's all that counts.
They only need 4 points to hit their average. Middleton being guarded by Washington. Now Bray Wilson being guarded by Klinker. Nice pass to Middleton, and Middleton hits the side of the backboard. Not the shot, I don't think, that Coach Hawkins was looking for. Crump into the front court. And Norwell might as well stop fouling at this point. But Middleton does foul Washington again.
Yeah, Washington getting his practice in.
That's right. He won't have to do it tomorrow at practice. 3 for 6 from the line right now. East Noble by 18 with 2:40 to go. Not the way we thought this one would go, fellas.
Nope, but it is a tough place to play.
And East Noble was chosen by Harrell to win this one.
And in reality, Norwell just couldn't find the basket.
Yeah.
They just couldn't do it.
Couldn't hit shots early.
No, and rebounds killed them in the third quarter.
It'll be interesting to see the rebound totals after this one, as jump in the lane. I think that was Robinson.
No. Oh, Robinson. Oh, I thought it was on Washington.
For going over the line.
I believe
I thought he
Washington.
went over quickly.
Really? As Bray Wilson wanted to foul, didn't get it. Right there for the rebound putback was Cole Wilson. He entered on that last dead ball. In the corner, Nichols again for 3. He's had a good night as well. Ren Crump's not done much at all here in the second half, but Nichols has stepped up and taken his place. Wilson probably traveled, blocked by Washington. Wilson gets it back, finds Kissel, and Kissel's going to draw the foul. Not a lot of contact there.
No.
The Knights will take it, though, with the clock stop.
At this point, on the next defensive set, it's not worth fouling.
No.
There's just 2 minutes left, and
down
the
20.
lead is back to 20.
I think that was the biggest lead of the night for East Noble. They might have gone up a point or 2 more than that. As Chris Weber checks back in. He'll replace Robinson. Brandon Nichols, what's he got here in the second half? No, it's a bunch.
Brandon Nichols right now has 11 points.
All of them coming in the second half, I believe. As Ren Crump's going to be fouled by Ian Kissel.
That's his 4th foul.
Yep. Minute 58 left in this one.
Yeah, a very tough way to come up here to East Noble and really not put on a fantastic performance. Now, the good news is they still can win a share of the conference. They'll have to beat Columbia City and Huntington North.
Yeah.
Columbia City is the big one.
Norwell came into this game perfect in the conference. They were 4-0. East Noble was 1-3, I believe.
No shot there. Said he was pointing at Washington.
Yeah, I believe Washington either stepped over the line or he was just moving. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the only win that East Noble had in conference was over DeKalb, as they've got that lead back to 19. Under 2 minutes to go. Ray Wilson, that could have been a 5-second call. Kissel trying to create space, launches a 3, well short. Ren Crump doing a pretty good job defending him. He'll try to keep the ball in his hands. Washington launches an ill-advised 3 and hits it anyway. Wow.
It'll be interesting to see what East Noble's 3-point percentage is.
Kissel can't get the left-handed layup to go. A minute 18 left. Crump will find Weber underneath.
Oh,
Weber's fouled. He might have tried to dunk that ball. Cole Wilson will foul out.
Yep.
That's a good foul.
Yeah.
I mean, that was going to be an easy bucket, as Christian Bohada will check in.
Well, Coach Hawkins is emptying his bench. Riley Stauffer back in. Grant McMichael will take the floor, get a little bit of varsity time here. Also, Christian Bohada and now Cole Lewison will also check in. Well, it's always tough to make this long of a drive.
Yeah.
And take one on the chin as now East Noble empties their bench. I don't know who 21 is.
21 is Kyron Foster.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was looking down in the JV guys. Ali out there as well.
Had a nice JV game.
Yes, he did. Garrett Mag on the floor. We'll also have a sub for the shooter. Waiting to come in is 52, Kenny Cook. Weber. Good on that free throw.
He's got 9 points for tonight.
East Noble putting up 49 points to this point here in the second half. They have really filled it up. That's 50. Kripe has not used a timeout tonight. Coach Kripe has not. Coach Hawkins used 2 in the first half and hadn't felt the need to call one here in the second half. That's Leidig with the basketball back in there. Lewison will put up a baseline jumper and hit the side of the backboard. Now Ali will handle it. He is definitely taller than 6'1", I can guarantee you. He's more like 6'4". I can't believe they list him at 6'1".
No, because Grant McMichael's 6 foot.
Yeah, he's an easy 6 foot. Grant might be 6'1".
Yeah.
I would say 6'1".
Yeah. Dribbling out the basketball, Garrett Mag with 30 seconds left. Now Ali. East Noble will not even try to score. Although Leidig getting a count on Mag up top. Ali will launch an ugly looking 3. No good. It hit the support wire. Norwell will get a chance to score with 13.3 left on the clock. Second teams in for both squads. Leidig lost the handle. Bohada will launch a 3 and hit it with 3 seconds left. Christian Bohada gets his first varsity points. That's the final buzzer, and East Noble made it look easy tonight. The final 71-50. We'll take a break here from a few sponsors. We'll be back with your post-game show after these words.
He shoots, he scores, it's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniel's Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces powered by her heartbeat are awesome.
Check out our fun jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, Jewel Pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by Lestage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniel's.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1, north of Lowe's. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Live life to the fullest at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments. Make new friends and take part in educational, inspirational, and just plain fun activities. Enjoy the best in maintenance-free independent living. Enjoy life at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments in Decatur.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
The insurance company is responsible for selecting the shop to repair your vehicle.
False. Insurance agents and adjusters have no authority in telling you where to have your vehicle repaired. It's your investment and responsibility to select a competent collision repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit laurensbodyshop.com.
Welcome back to East Noble in the post-game show. Your Knights taking it on the chin tonight in Kendallville, 71-50. Norwell falls to 9-9 overall. They break a 5-game win streak. They also fall to 4-1 in the conference. East Noble improves to 9-5 overall, and 2-3 in the conference. No, you've got a sad tale to tell tonight if you're a Norwell fan.
Yeah, it's really hard as a Norwell fan. The Knights really did not shoot all that well tonight, like they usually do. I'll just give you some statistics right now of both teams. Starting with the home team on the scoreboard, the East Noble Knights. Number 10, Brandon Nichols with 11 points. Number 14, Brandon Robertson with 13 points. Number 22, Ren Crump with 20 points tonight. Number 23, Quincy Washington with 11 points. Number 32, Andrew McCormick had 6 points tonight. And number 50, Chris Weber, the big man for the East Noble Knights, with 10 points. The East Noble Knights were 24 of 43 from the field. And that's right, I said 24 of 43, 55%. That is an incredible statistic for these East Noble Knights. They were 14 of 25 for 2-point field goals, which is 56%. And then they were 10 of 18 for 3-point field goals, which is 55%. From the free throw line, they were 13 of 19, which is 68%. Non-scoring for the East Noble Knights, they had 15 assists total, 6 of them coming from number 22, Ren Crump. They had 32 rebounds total. And number 14, Robertson had 7 rebounds. Number 22, Crump, had 6 rebounds for as short as he is. And then number 50, Chris Weber, had 12 rebounds total. They also had 2 steals, 1 block, 11 fouls total, and 8 turnovers coming from 3 of them coming from number 23, Quincy Washington. For the Norwell Knights, individually scoring, number 10, Cody Shively with 9 points. Number 12, Ian Kissel with 13. He was 3 of 14 from the field tonight. Really tough night for him. Number 15, Levi Leidig with 3 points. Number 20, Cole Wilson with a bucket. Also having a bucket was number 23, Quentin Middleton, and Colt Rinkenberger. Number 32, Bray Wilson, had an awesome 16 points. He really picked it up in the fourth quarter after coming off of a really hard third quarter. And then Christian Bohada made a 3-point there at the very end, getting his first varsity points. The Norwell Knights were 16 of 47 from the field, which is 34%. They were 6 of 16 for 2-point field goals, which is 37%. And they were also 10 of 31 from the three-point line, which is 32%. And then from the free throw line, the Knights were 8 of 11, which is 72%. So not entirely bad. Bray Wilson missed one. He was 0 for 1. And then Levi Leidig was 1 of 3. Ian Kissel made 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Non-scoring for the Norwell Knights, they had 8 assists total, 3 of them coming from Ian Kissel. They had 20 rebounds total, 5 steals, 3 of them coming from Ian Kissel, 2 blocks, 7 turnovers, 3 of them coming from Ian Kissel, and then 2 of them coming from Cole Wilson. That's it for statistics.
And a couple of them really stand out. Of course, East Noble, 55% from the floor, 55% from beyond the arc, hit 10 threes, 9 offensive rebounds kind of stood out as well, 32 total over Norwell's 20. Norwell just very cold from the field tonight, 34% from the field. That's just not going to get it. 32% from beyond the arc's not too bad, but boy, 34% overall, not good at all. And they were out-rebounded 32-20. East Noble putting up 50 points in the second half tonight, Derek.
Yeah, and it was just an absolute struggle on the defensive end. A lot of those were second chance points. I thought East Noble did a fantastic job of moving the ball around the perimeter as well as down low. And it was just all around a struggle for the Norwell Knights tonight. But you can't let that get to you, as they have to come back with a spectacular performance to beat Columbia City on Thursday. Expect that to be a low-scoring, kind of a deliberate pace. That's what Columbia City does, and if they can knock down shots, they're going to beat Columbia City.
Yeah, and Columbia City will come into the Castle on Thursday night with they were 13-4 going into tonight's game at home against New Haven. Obviously heavily favored in that basketball game. And then they'll welcome Norwell on Thursday night. We'll be back online tomorrow night from the Castle as the Norwell girls will play the East Noble Lady Knights for a share of the conference championship. East Noble coming in to that contest 6-0 in the conference, Norwell 5-1. Pretty simple situation there. If the Lady Knights win it, they will tie East Noble for the first ever NE8 Girls Conference Championship. If they lose it, East Noble will take it by themselves. But to finish up here tonight, Noah, just a struggle for the Knights, especially in the first half, only putting up 15 first half points.
Yeah, it's tough when East Noble is shooting 55% in the first half, and Norwell is only shooting about 32. I mean, really, that's the story, just the shooting percentage. Norwell, overall, they made quality shots. They really did, but it's tough when they're not going into the basket.
Coach Randy Hawkins joining us here in the press area on the second level. And, Coach, thanks so much for coming up. East Noble really shot the ball well tonight. I thought that was the story, and we didn't.
Yeah, I was looking at stats today a little bit, and in our best games, we're shooting about 12 to 16 threes, if that, and we're in the ball game in those kind of games. We got 30 up tonight, right around there.
Saw that.
We just can't settle, and we've talked about that for days, for games, and just not settling for three. Continue to get to the rim, and we weren't patient enough to get to the rim. I tell you, Levi Leidig comes in there in the second half, and I don't care. He's a freshman. We've been harping about getting to the rim. First thing he does, he gets to the rim, gets a layup, gets to the rim, an assist or whatever. I mean, he's in the game.
Yeah.
He's going to get more time because he's doing what we asked him to do. So expect to see him a little bit more.
Yeah, he did that the first time he touched the basketball.
Yeah, because we've been telling him to do that. He's in an athletic stance. He's low, and he attacks.
Yeah.
Instead of staying straight up and down. So, obviously there's some things we've got to work on to get better at. But we came in this game, I our mindset wasn't there. We have guys in the last 3 away games forgetting things, not mentally with it. So we had a nice little discussion up there. So hopefully those things will change, and we'll get in places where we need to be as far as our shoot-arounds, as far as being at practice on time, and that sort of deal. So we got to get those guys got to get mentally focused. Me as a coach and the coaching staff, we got to do a better job of preparing the guys as well. And we'll get there.
East Noble, always a tough place to play, and you just hate going back home after making this long drive up here with an L on the record, but not a big turnaround. You got a very, very good Columbia City squad coming in Thursday night.
Yeah, it'll be tough. Talking about turnaround, we just played Wednesday night into Friday,
right.
and I don't know if we looked tired.
Right.
I don't know if that was a deal or not, but no excuses. We should be able to come out. We didn't really do anything yesterday. We got on the floor a little bit. We watched some film, so we should be ready to go for this game. We should be up for this game, and we had an opportunity tonight to go 5-0 in the conference and come in and have Columbia City coming in most likely undefeated as well. So it's kind of disappointing, to be honest with you, and I know the guys are disappointed in their effort tonight, but they can only look at it and say, okay, what can we do to get better? We do that every game. It doesn't matter what game it is. So again, it's about what do we need to do? How are we going to get better with it? We got to continue to go in the right direction. We took a couple steps back, and I talked about that in the newspaper. One of them about there's always a team's always going to take a couple steps back. Now it's about how you respond to taking those 2 steps back. So again, we have Columbia City coming in Thursday night. A tough team, obviously, with the Hazen brothers and their guards, and we got to take care of business. I said the season's definitely not lost. I hope the mindset of these guys is like, okay, well, we just there goes RC. You can't have that mindset. You got to turn around, and you got to be focused and ready to go. And continue to play. You have Columbia City coming in. You can knock them off if you play well and get after and do what we need to do. As far as what the report says, and then we got to go to Huntington North, another tough place. But we're still in it. But again, we got to get better, and that's looking at the long run. We got to get better at what we do.
Coach, you mentioned being disappointed. I've watched you lose now 50 games. It took you 7.5 years to get there, and I can't recall one that you weren't disappointed in.
I'm always a little disappointed, but as long as we're learning from it, getting better. It was frustrating this tonight because you can saying over and over, just have patience and get to the rim. And we didn't have that patience. We weren't in an athletic stance to get to the rim. We'd get a couple passes here and there, no reversals or whatever, but we hesitate, and Levi Light does not hesitate.
Yeah.
He goes, and he got to the rim a couple times. So we've got to see that. We got to see more of that. We got to do more. We just got to work together. And I think defensively, we got to trust one another more. And that's we talked about that. We're going to play defense a little different. Number 23 from them, he does not shoot threes, and more than happy to let him shoot threes.
Yeah.
But we're not rebounding again. Our rebounding went out the window, and then I don't know why. You think, it's tough blocking these guys out. You wait until Thursday night.
Yeah.
With the Hazen brothers coming in.
6'7" guys coming in.
6'7", 6'8", and they get after it.
Yeah.
They don't play light. They're strong. They move. One's going to Central Florida, so
right. Yep.
We got to be ready. So. Yes, it's disappointing, but we got to move forward.
Yeah, but we'll be back at the Castle on Thursday, and that's always a good place to be for the squad. We appreciate you joining us tonight. I know that's going to be a long ride home, but just expect the boys to take something positive away from this and learn from it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
All right, man. Thanks
you.
so much
Appreciate
for coming
it.
up.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Head coach Randy Hawkins taking some time with us here in the post-game show. Fellas, we've got one other order of business, and that's to name a Norwell player of the game tonight, sponsored by New Holland Tri-County. Derek, your call.
For me, it's pretty easy. It's Bray Wilson, 16 points, and went on a tear and got Norwell back in this game in the fourth quarter. Got them down to 12, and really they had a chance. They had a chance, and then it was still going to be tough with this deliberate pace. But he gave him a chance and was absolutely on fire from the fourth quarter. I also like what Levi did. Coach Hawkins talked about it a little bit. But I like what Levi did this evening as well.
Yeah, Levi taking advantage of his opportunities that he's had so far, doing the right things, and sounds like we may be seeing more of him. Noah, what do you say about the player of the game?
I also say Bray Wilson. He really he went and he played his ball game, even though they were getting beat by over 20 points, and he made it be even more competitive. He got the lead back down to 12, I believe, and that was as close as the Knights got to the Snowball Knights. But really, Bray, he did not give up, and you could definitely see that in his performance tonight. Yeah,
and you saw the frustration when he came out of the basketball game late, as he is quite a competitor, three-sport athlete, and we appreciate him a lot. And tonight he is your New Holland Tri-County Player of the Game. Good job, fellas. Your final score from East Noble one last time, 71-50. The East Noble Knights taking the win. For Noah Tobias and Derek Decker, this is Greg Van Meter saying so long, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.